Persuasive Technology. From Wikipedia, the free encyclopedia. Persuasive technology is broadly defined as technology that is designed to change attitudes or behaviors of the users through persuasion and social influence, but not through coercion. Such technologies are regularly used in sales, diplomacy, politics, religion, military training, public health, and management, and may potentially be used in any area of human-human or human-computer interaction. Most self-identified persuasive technology research focuses on interactive, computational technologies, including desktop computers, internet services, video games, and mobile devices, but this incorporates and builds on the results, theories, and methods of experimental psychology, rhetoric, and human-computer interaction. The design of persuasive technologies can be seen as a particular case of design with intent. Taxonomies. Functional triad. Persuasive technologies can be categorized by their functional roles. B.J. Fogg proposes the functional triad as a classification of three basic ways that people view or respond to computing technologies. Persuasive technologies can function as tools, media, or social actors, or as more than one at once. As tools, technologies can increase people's ability to perform a target behavior by making it easier or restructuring it. For example, an installation wizard can influence task completion, including completing tasks, such as installation of additional software, not planned by users. As media, interactive technologies can use both interactivity and narrative to create persuasive experiences that support rehearsing a behavior, empathizing, or exploring causal relationships. For example, simulations and games instantiate rules and procedures that express a point of view and can shape behavior and persuade. These use procedural rhetoric. Technologies can also function as social actors. 8. This opens the door for computers to apply social influence. 9. Interactive technologies can cue social responses, e.g., through their use of language, assumption of established social roles, or physical presence. For example, computers can use embodied conversational agents as part of their interface. Or a helpful or disclosive computer can cause users to mindlessly reciprocate. Direct interaction v. mediation. Persuasive technologies can also be categorized by whether they change attitude and behaviors through direct interaction or through a mediating role. Do they persuade, for example, through human-computer interaction, HCI, or computer-mediated communication, CMC. The examples already mentioned are the former, but there are many of the latter. Communication technologies can persuade or amplify the persuasion of others by transforming the social interaction, providing shared feedback on interaction, or restructuring communication processes. Persuasion Design. Persuasion design is the design of messages by analyzing and evaluating their content, using established psychological research theories and methods. Andrewchuk 16 argues that the most persuasive websites focus on making users feel comfortable about making decisions and helping them act on those decisions. Persuasion by social motivators. Previous research has also utilized on social motivators like competition for persuasion. By connecting a user with other users, his/her co-workers, friends, and families, a persuasive application can apply social motivators on the user to promote behavior changes. Social media such as Facebook, Twitter also facilitate the development of such systems. It has been demonstrated that social impact can result in greater behavior changes than the case where the user is isolated. Persuasive strategies. Halko and Keynes made an extensive search in the literature for persuasive strategies and methods used in the field of psychology to modify health-related behaviors. Their search concluded that there are 8 main types of persuasive strategies, which can be grouped into the following 4 categories, where each category has 2 complementary approaches. 1. Instruction style. Authoritative, persuade the technology user through an authoritative agent. For example, a strict personal trainer who instructing the user to perform the task that will meet their goal. Non-authoritative, persuade the user through a neutral agent, for example, a friend who encourage the user to meet their goals. 2. Social feedback. Cooperative, persuade the user through the notion of cooperating and teamwork. For example, allowing the user to team up with friends to complete their goals. Competitive, persuade the user through the notion of competing. For example, users can play against friends or peers and be motivated to achieve their goal by winning the competition. 3. Motivation type. Extrinsic, persuade the user through external motivators. For example, winning trophies, as a reward for completing a task. Intrinsic, persuade the user through internal motivators. For example, the good feeling a user would have for being healthy, or for achieving the goal. 4. Reinforcement type. Negative reinforcement, persuade the user by removing an aversive stimulus. For example, turns a brown and dying nature scene green and healthy as the user conducts more healthy behaviors. Positive reinforcement, persuade the user by adding a positive stimulus. For example, adding flowers, butterflies, and other nice-looking elements to any empty nature scene, as the user conducts more healthy behaviors. At Grow Up 2018, Great Reaons Us Will Unite Peace.